Welcome to the Genealogy Gems Podcast, providing quick and innovative ways to make the absolute most out of your research time and creative ideas for sharing and displaying your family history. I'm your host, Lisa Louise Cook.
Well, I'm imagining, since we do have some people who are new to the podcast, we may have some people who are fairly new to genealogy. Raise your hand if you're new this year to finally working in your family history. A couple people. So, yeah. And so the big question is, have you seen, and anybody can raise their hand, who do you think you are on television? Yes. Oh, almost every hand is going up. She has a master's degree in European history from BYU. She's the author of Finding Your Italian Ancestors, The Beginner's Guide. And she is here today to take a behind-the-scenes look at the research that she did as one of the researchers for the TV show, Who Do You Think You Are? Please help me welcome Suzanne Russo-Adams. Come on down, have a seat. I think the last time that you and I actually got to hang out, we were in Hemet. Yay! And we were there at the San Jacinto Genealogical Society, and you were talking about ancestry, and I was talking about other kinds of things. Or any way that you can collaborate. Wonderful. Yeah. And don't you find it's amazing? You know, it's probably kind of like what you have the advantage of is when you get to a challenge and you can just post it and say, okay, I'm stuck. Where do I go? And somebody pops up. Oh, it's so much fun. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it, but I got an opportunity to interview Lisa Kudrow, who was on Friends, and I think it's episode 81. 81. And you can take a listen because she called in and we had a Lisa Fest on the podcast and had a ton of fun. Expert on photo identification, and she travels extensively, giving presentations. Photo detective herself, Maureen Taylor. Come on over. We've been sort of housemates in the exhibit hall.
Yes.
Because you are at the Family Tree Magazine booth.
Yes.
And I'm next door, and I do the Family Tree Magazine podcast, and you write the Photo Detective blog, so it's all very intertwined. But I really want to talk to you about the book because it's funny. I made a huge boo-boo. I did a video promotion for the fact that we're going to do this live show.
Okay.
And I put in there, and Maureen Taylor's Civil War book. Because I thought, when I first saw Revolution, I said, oh, I must have written that down wrong.
If there's one, maybe there's more. And maybe I need to start looking for them. And that sort of was the kickoff for this 8-year journey. It really did take 8 years.
It took 8 years, I remember you telling me that. And I'm thinking, you must have really had a focus, something that you wanted to accomplish to keep you going that long. What was it that you wanted to do?
Well, it's funny, you know, life is a circle,
Yeah.
right? You know, I do the photo detecting, but I actually have a master's degree in history with a concentration in women's life during the American Revolution. And so I thought, I knew about this book that had been done in 1864 called Last Men of the Revolution by Reverend Hilliard. And as a Quaker, she wasn't supposed to participate, and certainly as a woman, she wasn't supposed to participate. So the Quakers were considered traitors by both sides. But she knew where the Americans were, and she knew where the British were. So at 17, as a young married woman, she snuck out of her house, went down the hill to the British encampment, picked up a musket, fired it off, and snuck home, alerting the Americans to where the British were camped. But here's the beauty of this story. This story and this photograph were passed down in her family oral tradition until 1984 when somebody finally wrote it down for a family reunion. It was a never before heard story. And so when the descendants sent me the picture and the story, I was like, wow, this is great. We have, this is Samuel Curtis. This was a totally unidentified photograph when I bought it. And on the back it identifies the photographer, and actually it has a year of when the picture was taken. So by using genealogy research techniques and researching the photographer and looking at newspapers, I was able to figure out that there was someone who lived to be of advanced age in Marshfield, Massachusetts in 1879.
Amazing, all the way in that. Okay, so the book is gorgeous. Tell us how we can get it.
It is available here at Jamboree for the very first time. It's actually not being officially released until the 18th, but you can get it here at the New England Historic Genealogical Society booth. You can also pre-order it on Amazon.com, and you can order it through your local bookstore. It was a really remarkable project to work on. I learned that there was a child who at the age of 5 accompanied his father to the Battle of Fort Ticonderoga, and that wasn't the only child who fought in the American Revolution. I wasn't aware of that fact, even all of the studies I've done in the American Revolution, and I was amazed at the age at which many of these people died. The oldest person in the book is 116 years old.
Oh my gosh.
It's called The Last Muster, Images of the Revolutionary War Generation, and I really hope you enjoy it because it was a lot of work. I'm actually working on volume 2 if you want to know the truth. I've got another 35 pictures.
You don't just sell it, you know it inside out because you were a developer, so he's the guy. Thank you so much, Mr. My next guest is the Director of Research for the Study of the Legacy of Slavery in Maryland and Maryland State Archives in Annapolis. 2010 marks his 5th year as the Executive Director of the Utopia Film Festival in Greenbelt, Maryland. He served on several boards, including the historic London Town Foundation, the Jake Savage Foundation, and the Annapolis Arts Alliance. And his script of the 2004 Reconciliation Walk for Slavery and Penitence, held in Annapolis, helped garner the Maryland Tourism Council Global Marketing Award for the Kunta Kinte Alex Haley Foundation. So please help me welcome last night's banquet speaker, the nephew of Alex Haley, the author of Roots, Mr. Chris Haley. So, Mr. Haley, I am thrilled to have you here.
I'm thrilled to be had.
You were one of the few people who were running around this conference that I had not had an opportunity to meet before or get to know. And when I read your bio, I'm just like, okay, he's really busy.
Yes.
And in so many different things.
Yes.
A script, you wrote a script, and you're in the arts and theater. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Well, when I started out as a young boy in a log cabin, I was thinking about
In the Revolutionary War generation.
the Revolutionary War, and Maureen Taylor said, "I want to take your picture." I was just like, oh my gosh, and so I went in the back and I asked my mother for some makeup, and it's history. I'm like,
Wow.
well, when I was a kid, I really was always into the arts. I really was very much big into wanting to perform on stage or on TV. My idols were on stage and on TV. Now, at the same time, I was always very big into Black history. My grandmother was a teacher, and when I was, I think, 5 or 6 years old, about 10 years ago, she gave me this book about the American heritage history of the Negro in America. So this was a couple of years ago because there was still Negro instead of African American. And I was just fascinated to see all these pictures, black and white pictures of black folk. And then Maureen Taylor called me, and she said, no, I'm just kidding. But anyway,
I think it's a plot. Somebody wants your next book.
Exactly. No, I am going to ask for a discount because I have a picture of my family to turn the picture with, and I'm really still trying to figure out. It's a true statement. But anyway, so I was always interested in the arts and in history. Well, we're hoping to continue our Underground Railroad research in Maryland. We just finished applying for a grant to the Department of Education, and I hope that my saying that is a boon for good luck rather than just a wooden table. No, but it's very important. We've been able to unearth around over 100,000 names of African Americans, both enslaved and free, through the years from approximately 1830 to 1860. And also created case studies, over 12,500 case studies of these same individuals, from runaway slave agitators or domestic traffic dads.
Well, there's a mini-series right there.
I hope.
In the works, I mean, that you could do. Now,
I act.
and you act. And a little birdie told me, Paula Hinkle of Jamboree,
Those
that
birdies.
you sing.
It's most of them don't know if I sing, they don't want to clap yet.
Well, in for musical theater, is that where you always sing?
It's musical theater, and the parts of my mother would always sort of encourage me to perform or to cut up the things, and she would always say, if I could sing, and my father could sing, so I try to sing just to sort of bridge that gap.
Those of us who can't are counting on those of you who can.
Exactly. And I used to work at the Gap too.
Oh,
So.
did you?
No more discounts, please.
Well, give us a little sample. My daughter loves theater.
Oh, really?
She's been in musical
wow.
theater, and
Excellent.
she said you have to ask him for something from the show.
Okay. Well, has anybody here heard of Duke Ellington?
Oh yeah.
So I won't be singing anything by that. No, I'm kidding. It's going to, since this is Saturday, and I'm sure some of you are probably going to go to the banquet with Megan Smolinack, but then some of you probably are not, which means you're going to miss it. So in honor of that, I'm going to essay to sing Don't Get Around Much Anymore. Do I take that microphone or just into this?
Just to this would be perfect.
I could try to sing anywhere, is what I was
You
going
can
to
stand
say.
up.
I can even stand up and hold it. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, this is kind of crazy here. That's right, it's a quarters mic. So hold the mic. So this is a double thing.
There you go.
Missed the Saturday dance, heard the crowd on the floor, awfully different without you, don't get around much anymore, thought I'd visit the club, got as far as the door, they'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Oh, darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up old memories? I've been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore, more, till you come back to me more. I don't get around, don't get around, don't get around more.
Genealogy Gems Podcast will now go into pure music because that blows away whatever we've been doing. Finally, I just thought, because at the banquet, you had your shtick you were doing, but not probably a lot of chances for question and answer. Lacey's got a little portable mic, and I could probably have time for about 2 questions. Anybody have a question for Chris and Haley?
I don't know because I never researched it. My maiden name is Haley.
Really?
And I have a long history, so I'm pursuing that avenue.
Well, Q-tip swab away.
I understand, so I just kind of wanted to give you that.
Excellent, thank you.
You did that. You did the DNA testing on the video and doing the whole thing. Did that bring up any surprises in your family?
Well, I mean, we had heard that we were from that we're related to the British Isles in some way, so that in and of itself didn't surprise us. It's just that supposedly we're more related on a Scottish side rather than an Irish side. And from what I've been told, that if you go further enough, it's Scottish-Irish anyway, but that's the only
But
difference.
there are some key distinctions. We have one more,
Yes.
one more
Oh,
question.
sorry.
Researched any people that went to Canada?
Well, again, if we get this grant, which how many people here have fingers that they can cross? Okay, if we get this grant, we purport to really study the eastern shore of Maryland. And part of what that is it's because of the Chesapeake Bay, so there's that type of tributary that could go in many different directions. And we're also doing a major study on the War of 1812 because, of course, it's almost the 200-year anniversary now. And within that, there's much talk about African Americans who escaped with the British, basically with the British, to Nova Scotia and things of that sort. So it's something that we're looking forward to doing, but we haven't done it as yet.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you so much coming on the show.
Thank you.
It's been fast. It's been fun and musical. Haley, thank you so much.